Well, they're dead now.
Yeah. But before...
Alan, Katie, we're
Yes.
back. One more time.
How you going, guys?
Hello to you.
What are we talking about?
Hey?
Hello?
You went away someplace.
Yeah.
You had a bit of fun.
He was a dirty, dirty boy.
What? So what's changed?
He was dirty, dirty outside.
Yeah. So we went to... Let's see if we can get that on there. You can't see it. It is South Gippsland Tank Adventures. So, yep.
You got tanked.
Yes, I got tanked.
And muddy.
Yep, you were there.
I was there.
Yep.
I wasn't there.
You
No,
didn't go.
we're going to have to go again.
Okay.
Just to take Soos along. You would love it. You would love it. So, my brother and a few other rallies gave this to me for my 50th as a bit of a voucher thing. So, yep, you can log in and get your vouchers online. Look them up. We'll send you some links to it. He's a bit of a larrikin, bit of an Aussie guy. So don't rock up with your Aboriginal flags or Palestinian flags or anything like that, all right? Just Australian flags. We're just warning you now.
No wokeness.
No wokeness will be
he was
allowed.
great. He was good.
But
what is it?
Well, as the name suggests, the tanks from not just Australia, but he's got a couple from around the world, which is highly unusual. And so if you do live in Victoria, take a drive up to Wanyip and
Probably book him first.
Yeah,
you need to book him first.
yeah.
Then take a drive.
That's not that far away, just like north of Wilson's Promontory, that sort of area. Yeah, he's got 10 or so in a big shed. He's on 400 acres, and he's got a bit of a museum going as well. So even if you don't want to go in a tank and go for a bit of a drive through the paddock, you can just go up there and just do the museum part.
You can walk around through the tanks and have a look at the tanks and get in the tanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, he'll tell you the history of the tanks, like the weight of it, one thing I didn't know, how buoyant most of them are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a boat, buoyant. Like
Waterproof.
Like you just think, no, what? Tank, yeah, down. But then he goes, well, no, think about it when they come off the big ships and they got to drive off there and they go, and they're sort of buoyant until they get to that, so to the beach and stuff like that. And I thought, oh, yeah. Some of them actually had, like, they were basically a big jet ski. It had jets out the back. It sucked in, come through a turbine, and it was jet propelled. So that must be able to go a lot further on the water, whereas some were just using the motion of the tracks, for X amount of time. And I'm thinking, wow, like, this thing must be sealed up tight. Like the back door and all that sort of stuff where, big levers and all that, like you'd know. But
Armoured personnel carriers of that.
Yep. And even though there's a bit of a joke, with the Navy, being gay. Well,
there's a lot of seamen there.
Yeah. Well, they had their own bit of a joke with the personnel around the tanks, because there was always a big tub of like jelly, KY jelly sort of stuff.
Vaseline?
Vaseline, yeah.
Bit of lube?
Yeah. And I go, what was that for? And he goes, well, the door rubbers, to seal it, they always had to smother them in this Vaseline to keep them, in nice and rubbery instead of drying out. And it makes sense.
So they didn't crack and leak. Yeah.
And the bung plugs and stuff like that. And I thought, wow, that was something I've never known before, how buoyant a lot of them were. I mean, I went into the one called Centurion.
Yep.
And that was 52 tonne. 52 tonne. And I mean, yeah, big ships float and all that, but they're just sort of really designed for that. These things are just tanks.
But do they float, or are they waterproof and travel along the bottom of the...
No, they float.
They float as well?
Yeah, he was telling me where roughly the water level would be once it's in deep water. Yeah, so I found that really interesting. He's got a bit of a room out the back with memorabilia. A little bit, well, I don't know if you have ever seen some of the stuff that Soos has got over there. I don't know if you've ever shown
Yeah, we got a video doing a full walkthrough of the man cave.
Yep. So from ammunition, bullets, grenades, rocket launchers, all this sort of stuff. They're all, just false, of course.
Man toys.
Yeah.
Well, they're not live.
No, they're not live. What else?
Well, they're dead now.
Landmines?
Well, they're dead now.
Landmines,
Yeah.
But before,
Yeah.
they were really interesting though, because you could pick them up and feel the weight of them. And you think of these guys, and obviously they didn't have gunpowder and whatever in them, but you think of these people picking them up and loading them into things to shoot them off again, and I'm going...
Yep. But he's got some of them were cut in half. So you could see inside them and everything. And I thought, and he tells you how it works, and that goes through there, that
and
does
the grenades, seeing what happens and how it ignites. And it's very interesting.
I mean, to cut through one of those and have that as a little bit of a model that you can see was really good.
But you drove one.
Well, not drove it. He drove it, and we were the passengers right near him.
Okay.
So me and my brother, we were up the top in the Centurion. He was down the front
In full get up, like you had your gear on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it. Yeah.
You gotta do it.
Part of
You
it.
gotta
Do it right.
Yeah.
You got to put the camo jacket on and your helmet.
Yeah. It's awfully handsome.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Ooh.
We'll have some photos up. We'll show you, eh?
Yeah, he looked the part.
Yeah, we'll show you little videos of the tank going through the paddock and all that. So what else what stuck to your mind in that memorabilia room?
There were lots of different helmets in there, and he was talking about the different helmets and the designs of the helmets and
some
how
logos.
the logos on the helmets, which we're not allowed to show anymore.
Well, you can for artistic purposes.
Oh, can you? For historical purposes?
They're correct.
Yep.
Yeah. So there was a Aussie helmet that our troops used to wear.
Oh, he was saying about the design, like one had like a bit of a lip over here, and I think there was a lip to cover the ears, and
so
showed from the first
do you remember
design.
who the design was stolen off? Someone got the design
I think
right
it
in
was
one
Germans.
of the countries. Yeah,
I think
and
it was
then
the German
everybody
helmet.
stole it.
Yeah.
The German helmet was designed the best. Yeah, for the coverage and the way it was shaped.
But they had to slightly change it so that you could tell who was friendly and who was enemy.
Yeah.
Because you didn't want to go for the wrong helmet.
Yeah.
But that was quite interesting.
Yeah. And what I found interesting was when he described the ammunition, the size of what they used to use, and how much it would destroy you, nearly blast you in half. So it was there to kill you. And versus the smaller ammunition, what they use today, and
just
they've
for
used
wounding.
in the last World War.
And that some of the...
But why? Why did they use it? Why did they just want to wound you?
It was so you used more resources in collecting your wounded friend to bring them back and spend time treating them, whereas if you're dead, they'll just leave you there or drag you out.
Or just leave you there.
That's right.
Just go, oh, well, Soos is dead, fuck him. But versus I'm in pain, well, okay, I'll call for backup. 2 people have got to come out there and rescue you.
That's exactly right.
Their hospitals are full, or the makeshift hospitals, whatever.
Yeah.
Dresses everybody out too.
Yeah, and I never thought about in that way, and it's so they don't want to kill you, they just want to injure you.
I would have
that's right.
thought that they just wanted to injure you so that they could take you and then question you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even the landmines, they went down in size, and they called them toe poppers.
Ooh.
Just to blow your toes off.
But back to the bullets, some of the bullets had the red tips.
Yes.
And they were so you could
nice.
see...
Traces.
Traces. So you could see actually where you're going to hit.
Yep. Well,
and
I
only-
mean, that's for night time.
Yeah.
And that was like every 10th bullet in the
That's
line
right.
or something
Well,
like that.
about every 5th or 6th, yeah.
5th or
Yeah,
6th.
I thought that
yeah.
was interesting too.
Yep.
I would need that on every bullet. So don't know that my accuracy would be so good. I'd have to yell out, buddy, move to the left.
I'm aiming that way.
just lean slowly. Yeah, but there were a lot of really interesting things
Some
in there.
smaller tanks. Some of the ones with or the like half tank, half truck.
Half tracks.
Yep.
Yeah. He knows a lot more. Like you need to go there. Yeah.
Yeah, we got the layman's terms. You've got the right terms.
Yeah. Like I'm just like I'm looking everywhere. I'm trying to absorb all this in. I mean, of course, he's very, very knowledgeable.
Oh yeah, he was amazing.
So he started out as a collector, did he? And then now he's restoring them and shit.
He served.
Oh, he served. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So I think that's where his psychotic things come from. No, he's a real top bloke. That's where I guess his passion for collecting started because of what he'd driven some of them and.
Yeah, he had real life stories.
I'm a bit like
about
you. I mean, you've collected all this stuff
Yeah.
because of what you've previously seen and held and
Being a part of.
And he said, look over there. Now, imagine you see a big arc of a paddock, all dirt, but then out of that arc, there's like a 4 to 5 metre check coming out of it, like where a car or 4-wheel drive could drive. Now, a 4 or 5 metre sink into that arc of hill, right? And I thought to myself, why has he excavated that out of there just to drive his tanks through there? I said that to him. I said, so you dug this out? And he goes, no, that's just where I just keep driving. I just drive over the same track every time and it just sinks and sinks
and
and
pushes
sinks
the dirt
and
out
sinks.
to the side and the
And
weight of the
You're
tank.
fucking kidding me. There was 4 to 5 metres of wall.
Yeah.
And I go, how long has you been driving over in that same spot for? And he said, 8 to 10 years now. I bought the block 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And so call it really 8 years because by the time he put his sheds up, got up and running. And 8 years of going over the same area, you can just see the sink. Unbelievable.
50 ton of tank each time.
Yes.
You would expect... Now, I actually pointed this out to you. Can you imagine how compressed that dirt down the bottom is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine what sort of pickaxe you would need to even take a chip out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's incredible. Like that was surprising for me. Like now it's soft ground. There's a lot of clay out there.
It was wet too, so with the rain it gets quite muddy and the mud squishes out a bit.
And also the other tanks he's acquired overseas. So he bought them from America, bought them from a few different areas, and of course the cannon has to be disarmed. You can't buy it all in working order. And sometimes he had the defence force of that who used to own that tank.
That country,
that tank. And they got wind of him buying it with that engine still running, and they flew over there and they tried to destroy the engine. They didn't want any of it working. But they weren't really good at it because it only took them about 5 hours to get it going again. It's amazing the length that they went to, and some of them the top halves have been cut off, like they've got a big thick oxy, and they've cut through the steel, and just in 2 parts now. They go to a fair bit of length to destroy them, but of course he's been really good at restoring all these things. He's had all the cannons remade and to make them look like it's all real, but obviously the cannons don't work. You can pick which one you want to take out in the bush.
Do the hydraulics for the turrets still work?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
And
that's some work.
There was one there that it wasn't a tank, but there was like a machine gun thing where one person sat on one side and one sat on the other.
Oh, what me and Aaron sat on?
Yeah, and did you pedal?
So that was like a trailer. They towed that. It was like on a trailer. That thing didn't have a motor, but I was moving a handle. It was handles like this. So I was moving it, say, up and down, and my brother was moving it round left and right. Yeah, and we would have got towed, and we were just sitting on that with no armour around us. It was full open.
And someone would stand on the back and drop in the ammunition.
Yeah, and now I don't know what it was all called. And so as they go like this for it to...
That sounds like an anti-aircraft gun. You could pivot it all the way up?
Yeah, you could go up and down and around manually.
And somebody else like a towed anti-aircraft gun.
And as soon as you dropped it, it would shoot.
Yeah,
you didn't fire. It was just as soon as you dropped the ammunition in.
Yeah,
that sounds more like a mortar then.
Yeah, he slid it down and went boom, and he goes,
that's more like a mortar.
And you had the two scope, like just a circle steel ring to look through, and I'm going up. Imagine I'd be saying, okay, I'm going down. He's speeding that way, and we must talk to each other. There was an Australian one. There was a couple of Australian ones, and one with wheels with thick.
That'd be scout
steel.
cars and stuff like that.
Yep.
Reconnaissance vehicles.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And some of those vehicles inside, they had special lining in it, so that if you were gassed, is that correct? It couldn't come in, and it pressurised inside.
Ah. Okay.
And then inside, they actually also had like a fire extinguisher in case the fire did come inside. They were supposed to pressurise and keep the gases out. Or if it was bombed, and it would only the person who was leaning against it that got them, that might get them, but everybody else wouldn't be affected by it.
Yeah, and also like on the cannon, the big bit that comes out the front, the 3/4 of the way down, you might see like a bigger section. To me, it's almost baffle. Looks like a baffle or a silencer, and that's what he asked me. He goes, "Oh, do you know what that's for?" And to me, I just think of a gun, and I think, "Oh, silencer." And he went, yeah. So what it was is that he reckons it. So when that fire, that cannon goes off, it catches the fumes. Otherwise, the fumes will go and suck back in to the cabin area.
Yeah,
and that will poison you.
It's like an air filter.
Yeah, and it just grabs them all and takes it out that way, sort of thing. Yeah, and I thought, wow. There's a lot more to it than just fire, do this, do that. These things have got to be seaworthy, for gassing, stuff like that. And if it does come in, you've got some your fire extinguishers and some oxygen and all that sort of stuff. You get into these things, and there's not much room in there. And we were in the biggest one. You're sitting on bits of chunk of steel and this, and you're meant to get down into a second level and up into here. And
you need to stretch.
Yeah.
And you get in.
And you'll go, how many men do you think will be in here? And I said, I don't know, 2? He goes, 4. And I think, shit, where's the other 2 going to sit? But then you'll go into another one where it is a carrier, and you just think, okay, I sat in it, and I think, okay, yep, I think there'll be 5 there and 5 there. You'll go, no, 8 and 8. And you think, Christ.
And don't forget that it's not just 8 and 8, and it's including all their gear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. And some of them also had bits that would fold down, so they might carry them in it sitting up as they go out, but when they come back, they're lying down.
Well, there is that.
Yeah. So some of them had a few different purposes.
And of course, I mean, you're in there. He was holding this like a big rubber bladder with like a tube on it, and it looked like how you might have wine or something in your pour. And he's going, "What do you reckon this is?" It's just a big rubber bladder with a tube. And I'm going, I don't know, do they keep water in it or something, like just the old bag of water,
like a canvas.
Yep. And he goes, well, you're stuck in this tank with 8 to 10 blokes. We're not pulling over for a wee.
It's the wee bag.
It was the wee bag. And you remember what he said after that?
Whose job is it to empty it?
No, he's holding it, and he goes like that, and he held it to me, and I'm just holding it, and I gave it back, and he goes, you know how many people try to smell it? I go, what? So the fucking last thing it goes.
Why would you want to do that?
Yep. And he goes, I won't tell you the certain race of people that come here, but it's always the same race of people that try to sniff it.
Right.
If you're up for an adventure, you've done your V8 supercar driving, and you've done speedboat and jet boat and jumping out of an aeroplane. I hadn't done this.
You've done everything.
I've done a lot. Look it up. Even if you're into the, World War stuff and the history, this guy's pretty knowledgeable of his stuff. People like Soos knows a bit. You would love to just run eyes over all the stuff, and share stories and share what you know. And I mean, that's what I asked him. I said, do you get a lot of people that have served and come? And he goes, yeah, absolutely.
So does he let you run over cars or something?
Yes, he does. There was probably, 50 odd cars all squashed. Yeah. Like where you park, you just see all the waiting to get picked because they're fucking squashed.
So you can't just go through the car park?
Not advisable. I don't think his insurance covers him.
He's having a big Australia Day. He has Australia Days. So if we'll
put up the flyer for it.
Yeah,
you can see.
And look, he's capping it, and obviously you would have to be invited. He doesn't want anyone to rock up, but go there, book in a bit of a tour and a bit of a drive, and if you're
meet
Aussie
his
enough,
requirements,
meet his requirements, you may get invited to his Australia Day. And he does have a special lineup of rigs. I'll let you have a look. See if you can go in there and have a look and see what he's got lined up for Australia Day. He's going to crash through a fair bit of shit. But you can take an old bomb down there, drive over your brother's car if you want, whatever you want to do. Get down there,
even if he's still in it. No, I didn't say that. No.
And how many chances do you ever get to do that?
That sounds like a place to visit.
Yes.
It's worth the drive.
I think we may we'll take the camera out there.
Yep.
Take your gum boots too.
Gummies?
Yep. We'll take Gunner as well.
There's a go. He'd enjoy that.
Yeah, he'd like it too. Stay tuned for part 2.
Yeah.
That's right.
So if you like what you're seeing, give us a like and a subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.
See you later.
Cheers.
See ya.